Commercial break! We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick. Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
Welcome to everyone tuning in at home on Lax TV and Lax TV on YouTube. You're joining us here for a playoff positional game between Scotland in the blue and Spain in the yellow. Here for the opening face-off. My name's Fraser Hunter. I'm joined to my right by
Ingmar Klimbonink. Hello.
Shaping up to be a very interesting matchup. The weather certainly one that I would imagine should favour the Scots. It's not particularly great out here. It's been raining for a couple hours. Pitch is going to be a little bit boggy, but both these teams are raring to go. We're getting underway with the opening whistle here. Big scrap on the face, and you can see the mud spraying up there as Rhys Jeffrey Duncan kicks it out to himself. He is looking to move the ball on after a fantastic performance yesterday in a game against the Netherlands where Scotland unfortunately came up short. He kicks it across now to birthday boy Uncle Dan McQuaid, 35 years old today. He'll be wanting to get off to a good start and lead this Scotland team to hopefully a victory as he sends it behind and they back it up.
Oh, it was actually a good shot. He really turned the corner, and I think that's going to be difficult in these conditions. It definitely doesn't look like Ibiza at this time of the year, so it definitely will favour the Scottish.
Certainly will be. Just getting the ball moving here, Scotland. We've got a change of numbers here. It looks like normally number 6, Tiny Hands Tom Gilbert, seems like he's wearing number 71 today. Must be something that's happened to his shirt in a previous game. So anyone tuning in that's got the rosters in front of him, that's the one difference, but good save from the Spanish keeper there and kicks it away. Out the ball, and Scotland get the opportunity to get it forward again. 24, Drew Lindsay. As I say, the weather has not been very forgiving today in Wrocław. I don't know which pitches I'd prefer to play on. This grass field looks very beat up, but the field one over there, Ingmar, is quite slippy at the moment.
Yeah, I just came over there, back from there, and it's slippery and sliding everywhere.
It's a nice kick inside from Morgan Brown off the dodge to Matt Raworth. He gets dislodged, but a nice fight from him, and he gets the ball back for his team. Matt Raworth, of course, member of the squad in San Diego. He is the record point scorer in a single game for Scotland. Plays his lacrosse at Point and Lacrosse Club. Ball goes down to Tom Gilbrook now. Kicks it up to Jack Crawley. In net for this Spain squad today, we have got Paul Diaz, who has been fantastic for them throughout the tournament. Seen him make a save early on. As Morgan Brown looks to drive down that alley. Just kicks it back up top. And the ball's rolling, I think, on this pitch. Get away with it. Great work from the Spanish attacker to kick it over. He thinks it should be over and back, but he's obviously brought it over himself. So it is not called there. If you're playing in this, Ingmar, having played in some international tournaments over the years yourself, this sort of pitch, what's your game plan? How are you sort of trying to manage this if you're coach?
It's absolutely going to be a battle, and the main thing is it's about sticks, because your sticks are going to be different than the normal dry weather. So the ball is going to be releasing differently from your stick, and I think as a coach you just want to make sure the passes are pretty close to each other, so you definitely don't lose possession.
Certainly. I'd imagine throughout the game we're going to see some face-offs changing from that central X there, just moving out to one of the wings. But some scrappy fight on the ground ball early on. It's knocked out of bounds by a Spanish player, and birthday boy Uncle Dan will bring it in.
Oh, good handle. He got pressured right away. I don't know if that was 5 yards with the restart, but it doesn't matter. Great handle by Scotland.
Certainly. Matt Raworth just trying to get it down. Entering the field now is Ethan Swenson, 19 years old. He's been a star player for Scotland so far. Matt Raworth just turning the corner. Big hit, and we've got a flag on the play. Interesting to see what that's for. We've got an illegal body check. He says it's in the head, the official. That's going to be number 27. That was number 27. Garfield, he likes to go by, Carlos Garcia, serving for an illegal body check there. And Scotland get their first man-up opportunity. Tom Gilbert kicking it across now to Jack Crawley. Back to tiny hands Tom, across the top now to Jack Crawley. He's got a big outside shot, but he kicks it to his club teammate Ethan Swenson. Back up to tiny hands Tom. There's Jack Crawley to Tom Gilbrook, kicks it down. Dan McQuaid with a nice feed through. Chris McKinnon, that's fantastic lacrosse. It's teenager to teenager. Chris McKinnon, 18 years old, with that little hitch, drops his hands and flicks the ball through the crease. He finds Ethan Swenson, who stuck in the mud a little bit, but manages to put it in the back of the net there for Scotland.
Got to say, that was excellent patience also by the Scottish offense. Didn't take that shot, looking for the one more, and then on the doorstep with the finish. It was beautiful across.
Certainly was. Of course, both of these teams unfortunately suffering a defeat yesterday in the playoff positions. They'll be fighting for a place to play against Wales, who look very strong earlier today. That'll be for, I'm trying to do the maths in my head, I think 11th, 12th.
Yeah.
I think that sounds right. But in net for Scotland, we've got a first start for Scotland for Steve Shaw. He played the second half yesterday against the Netherlands and looked very strong, of course, coming in for their usual first choice keeper, Tobias Cleaver-Ross. There's a big hit on Chris Willocks there. Seemed like a good hit. We've got a player gone down holding his shoulder. That's unfortunate early on here. Just officials time out. They'll go and give him a bit of attention on the field.
I think that's number 3. That's Jackson Suarez out of Texas, USA. And it was a big hit, but he was leaning in with that shoulder. And I hope it's not dislocated. It looks like it.
Yeah, it was a really, really physical play there. Unfortunately, sort of took a knock, but you get the attention. I think from a tactical point of view today, if I'm the coaches, I want quite aggressive defence. I would say it's going to be hard to, if the ball hits the floor, it's going to be a scrap. I'd be playing out. I'd be pushing for a few checks and not letting players build up ahead of steam, because turning on this surface is not going to be very nice. Attacking, I'm just keeping that ball zipping. A lot of off-ball movement. If you get a defender turning, the chances of them losing the footing is quite high. And although it's going to be harder for you to cut through, it's going to be just as hard for them to stay up with you. Scotland going with a very open set here, which would support my little analysis there. So Uncle Dan McQuaid, the birthday boy, kicks it through to Matty Raworth. He's already covered in mud. I hope he's not in charge of the washing tonight, because that's going to be a task for him ahead of their final game, whoever it may be they face. It's Tom Gilbrook. Little step over the top now. Gets his hands free. Tiny hands Tom with a fantastic finish there. For those that weren't with us for the opening game, Tom Gilbrook, who's just hit a massive split dodge over the top, got his hands free, stuck it bottom corner. It's been coined the nickname Tiny Hands Tom this tournament, because he wears only 10-inch gloves in there.
Wow.
But because the final squad was selected late, they just ordered 13-inch across the board, and he had to, I believe he stuffed the end of his fingers with something, so there's not empty space, which is not ideal, but
he makes it work.
To make a difference.
Yeah,
there.
He makes it work.
Maybe it's the move.
Excellent shot placement there. Indeed. From him.
Fantastic stuff. This Spanish defence, it's worth noting, it has been very strong so far today, and I know throughout the competition their offence has been particularly strong. They've had a lot of creative players who've scored a lot of goals, and this will be a first look for them now. Ball's kicked across. Get it in. They'll just pull it out. That's number 21 there, soaking up the pressure. That's, I believe, Griffin, but I'm struggling to see him on this. There it is, Griffin Gurin to number 21. Kicks it out now. This is what we're talking about. Expect that high intensity on defence. Scotland are bringing that now, but that's a fantastic dodge over the top there. Just rotates it.
It's
Another
number
great
5,
dodge. He flicks
Matthew
it.
Napolitano. Looks more Italian, sounds more Italian to me, but plays for the Spanish team here.
Yeah, I believe Napolitano, just a high school player, I believe, out in the States. He's looked very good so far this competition as he goes for another dodge, and he gets their opening goal. It's a fantastic move, just slips his defender underneath, gets his hands free with that left hand. He plays his lacrosse out of Iona Prep High School in New York. And it's a fantastic move for him. We're 1 apiece. Oh no, sorry, we're 2-1 here.
Yeah, that shot didn't look that hard, but it was excellent placement, and especially in these conditions.
Certainly. I think what makes it difficult for the keepers, particularly today, is this ground throughout the whole tournament has been very firm. Even when it has rained, the ball's still kicked quite high. So switching to a ground that's now going to just skid the ball if it hits it is going to be a different look for them. This is Rhys Jeffrey Duncan with the shot. That just goes over.
With the back of his stick, actually, because he had it still from the face-off. It's impressive to get a shot off like that.
Certainly. He plays his lacrosse out of Sheffield Lacrosse Club. It's Chris Willox just slowing things down. Scotland. Kick it across to Jack Crawley. Now out to Scotland's first goal scorer, Ethan Swenson. Gets it back now. Across to Chris McKinnon. Gets it down. Uncle Dan McQuaid, the birthday boy, looking to get things going now. I know they threw a little bit of a birthday party for him over lunch. Lots of balloons and party hats to be seen. Be hoping that he can continue the celebrations in this one as Christian McKinnon takes the ball behind, looking for that shorty match-up. That's a big dodge. Gets his hands free, looks for the jump shots. Fantastic defence there. It was fantastic on-ball defence there from Carlos Garcia. Christian McKinnon just shakes him, puts that shot wide, but great backup from Uncle Dan.
Amazing display of skills there with the fake toe drag.
Certainly, that's, I'd say, bounces through, but it was more of a roll in this muddy pitch. Out to Dan McQuaid, he slips underneath, and there it is, Uncle Dan McQuaid with his first goal of the day.
Nice little face dodge, and to get him one-on-one on the goalie, and then especially a really good finish. Nice story. I've heard he shaves his leg on a daily basis to get some nice and smooth calves.
Well, it clearly worked there as he slipped past the defender. Fantastic work from Uncle Dan McQuaid. Spain have looked fairly strong in trying to impact or reduce Rhys Jeffries on the face-off here so far. Obviously Rhys has been winning it quite clean to himself. He's obviously used to playing in this muddy sort of environment in north of England men's lacrosse. That's what I'm talking about. They slow it down. Chris Willox just with the ground ball though. They find Joe Kerrison. He kicks it across. Nice little dish down. And a fantastic stop there from Paul Diaz on the doorstep. Eli Cross just with a quick stick. Paul Diaz just tipping it over. Mentioned him earlier. He's a Florida native, playing at Florida State University, and very handy in goal for this Spain team. He's been a true leader for them so far this tournament. Tom Gilbert gets his hands free, finds Eli Cross. He gets his goal. Pushing with a high tempo here, Scotland early on. I know, having watched them play, yourself and I on that commentary yesterday, they started strong and were disappointed. Obviously a well-earned win from the Netherlands team.
Yeah, and I also have to say, I was just talking in an earlier game, all the 4 teams who had to deal with the weather delay 2 days ago, they lost the next day. So I definitely think that has impacted their recovery and impacted their next game.
Certainly the potential there, but they've started very strong today. As I say, Spain have got a lot of talent when they get it into that attacking third, but they're not going to get an opportunity for another attack here as the ball is kicked down by Silver City's Callum Barrett to Eli Cross, who kicks it in for Chris Willox with a nice quick stick goal. He is a D-midi of trait, but he certainly looked like an attacker there with a fantastic finish.
Yeah, that was a really quality finish right there, right on the doorstep. one-on-one on the goalie.
Certainly, it was great tempo. That was Aidan Smith's first face of the day. I know his family are eagerly watching at home. They were out earlier in the week, and they'll be sat supporting. So great work from him on the face, and as I say, nice kick down. And Chris Willocks with the finish. He played at Merrimack in the United States. Proud Scotsman on his father's side, and big finish for him. And some miscommunication there. Seb Howard's just leaving the ball. But, sorry, we've just got a little bit of an obstruction from fans. There is a lot of fans out today, which is great to see for both sides. Just getting them shimmied along. So we can now look at this Spanish attack and get it down. Griffin Gurin with the ball. He's been a key instigator for them so far this tournament.
Yeah, really curious what the Spain offense can do here. It's kind of their first, or actually their second real good possession from this quarter.
Certainly, it was a good first initial goal. Obviously a bit of an individual effort in that first one from Matteo Napolitano. He tries to get it going again, kicks it across. Back up top now to Isma. That's Ismael Romero. Gets his hands free. Now he'll just move it behind. He turns that corner very well, and he draws the flag. It's a great little move there from Antonio Marquez. Just attacks his defender, really gets his hands free. It's a move that we see quite a lot from X nowadays. I think years gone by, it used to be a case of you try and turn back and face the goal, whereas now we see a lot of that movement that Antonio Marquez has just done there, where you just continue your momentum forward and just pull your hands back. It's a fantastic finish from him.
Yeah, definitely. If you are up there and you're not getting a real slide to you, and you can get your hands free, it's a skill, and especially those shifty, smaller players, they can turn the corners so fast there.
Certainly was, and it was an aggressive goal. Scotland getting the ball now for a loose ball push on face-off guy, Rhys Jeffries. Chris Willocks will bring it in. There's 15 seconds left in this quarter. They obviously have a player on the bench, so they may opt to keep this here, although they've been pushing the tempo quite a lot so far. Eli just running it out. He gets the call down the line to Matt Roworth, who takes it well on one knee. And we have quarter time. It's been an exciting quarter, I would say, so far, Ingmar.
Definitely. I mean, although Spain didn't have the ball that much, they scored twice, and they really converted their possessions into goals very, very well. But we've seen a very strong Scotland team with strong on the face-off, and also being able to ride hard, and that's how they got the lead, I guess.
Certainly. We will take a short break. We'll be back with you in 2 minutes or so for the second half. Welcome back to the second quarter of the playoff matchup for two teams fighting for the potential to play for spot 11. I think we decided on. I think it is spot 11. It's Scotland in the lead. They're in blue. They have 5 goals, and Spain in yellow have 2. Scotland just trying to kill their penalty. Obviously, that happened just before the break, and Scotland won the face-off, meaning they came out with the ball. So they'll just look to kill the clock and hopefully have a nice, settled, even man offence. And it's just Jack Crawley with the ball up top. I think in this matchup, we spoke about how you'd set up in offence and defence, Ingmar. I think that battle really is going to be won at that face-off X. It's difficult conditions out there. We saw from the opening, mud spraying up. I'm not sure how much of a face-off specialist you are yourself, but
not as much, but I think the Scottish draw takers are definitely having the advantage here, because these conditions look way more like the UK circumstances of the field than the Spanish conditions.
Yeah, it's just like playing on a Saturday afternoon down in Timperley. Shout out to Jim Hartley, who I know is watching in the warmth of the tent in the fan zone, staying out the rain. But nice little ride from Scotland, but timeout called have we got?
Yeah, got a timeout for Spain just in time. You got a lot of pressure. That was number 27.
Yeah, that was Garfield, Carlos Garcia. We've said his name a few times. There was some excellent defence down the other end. He did a fantastic job soaking the pressure there of the riding Scottish players. And his team will get a nice timeout here early on in the second quarter. They've not had much of the ball, Ingmar, but when they've had it, what have you thought of this Spanish offence?
Well, they are really good in converting their possessions into goals. I think the key difference is that they have a couple of really good individual performances, and that really made that conversion from possession to goals. So a couple of individual performances by Spain.
Certainly. I think the threats they have through the likes of Ismael Romero, Griffin Gurin, Matteo Napolitano, players like that. Obviously Fernando Martinez has been very active, number 25 for them in offence. And of course, you've got the goal scorer as well, Antonio Marquez. So the threats they've got out there are massive. The players that can push it with intensity, really good ball handlers under pressure, and very good at taking it to the cage. So when they've got it, I certainly see the potential for some more goals on the board, should I say?
Yeah.
You see Steve Shaw, the keeper for Scotland, his first international start. And he makes a big save there. I think
do you see how much mud he's scooping up with that ground ball? It's
crazy.
Insane. Yeah.
It's a bad day to be wearing white boots. As Ben Matthews kicks it down to Callum Barrett. He pushes the intensity. Right, push a shot, and he does. Silver City's Callum Barrett runs the field, and he hits a knee slide in celebration. That's fantastic work for him. He'll be used to playing in these conditions. Just wasn't picked up at all.
No. He was just right down that lane. There was no slide coming from the Spanish defense, and excellent shot placement there from him.
Certainly. I know defensive coordinator Lou Cunha will be happy with that. His philosophy is pole goals, we celebrate. And he did that in a big way. Fantastic goal from him after a big save from Steve Shaw. But again, another well-worked opportunity for Spain. And a big fight on the face-off. Jeffrey Duncan just losing his foot in. He's falling on the ball.
Oh, wow.
And it's going Scotland. It's difficult in there. We talked about potentially them moving the ball to the side. They've not done so as such. The problem is that muddy area is quite large, so you'd have to come quite far out to the side to shift things.
Yeah, we're also seeing some jerseys getting very, very dirty. I think it's number 27. That's Carlos Garcia, who is almost unrecognizable from the back, at least.
Ethan Swenson, the opening goal scorer for Scotland, he kicks it through, but a nice little interception there from Paul Diaz. give his team the opportunity to clear the ball now. Kick it out wide. Jackson Suarez throwing it inside there. It's a great pick up from Griffin Gurin. He says,
yeah.
Like, you might have seen the other team score a pole goal, but we're not ready for that just yet. He wants to get the right matchup on, and smart decision from him as he looks to engage on Scotland lacrosse veteran Ben Matthews, one of the captains in this team. Great defence. And a great goal from Griffin Gurin. Does really well to soak that pressure from Ben Matthews. Gets his hands free on the question mark. We spoke down the other end about how we've seen people opting to go away from the turn, but the turn certainly worked there for Griffin Gurin.
Definitely, it was a great question mark dodge from him, and I think the long pole there played him up pretty well. And also the keeper was having a good angle, was holding his pipe really good. But yeah, with that shot placement, sometimes you have to give it to the attackman.
Yeah, fantastic finish from him. Ball comes out now. Spain get a face-off win. Got good pressure from Dan McQuaid. Ball goes up now. And got a flag. It's going to be Uncle Dan McQuaid serving for a late hit, I think. Nice little screen. They pass it inside. Griffin Gurin. It's a nice little poke jack from Will McLeish. Griffin Gurin driving.
Yeah.
He knows he knew he had a green light, but what a check that is. And that'll see the penalty served. Have a look at who it is. It is, in fact, Uncle Dan McQuaid.
Yeah, a check like that, it's either hit or miss. Like, you're going all in, and you have to have it. Otherwise, it's just going to be a one-on-one on the keeper for the attackman.
Certainly. Nice little check. Interception there from Will McLeish. That ball goes behind. Oh, no. Just getting it round. Griffin Gurin. Kicks it down the side. Nice little pass back up top. Skips it out. The dish down. All the way through to Napolitano. He puts it wide.
Oh.
Ref's going to feel that one a little bit.
Definitely almost went in the goal through the ref, I guess.
Napolitano gets the back up. I don't really know what the flag's for.
It's a goal for Spain.
Great work from Napolitano. He picks it up really, really well there. Kicks it all the way through to Fernando Martinez, who we mentioned earlier is a key player through the midfield for Spain.
It's also going to be another penalty for Scotland.
6-4 there. We're just for that penalty. It's Dougie Tunian, I think, number 55. He got called for a slash. So yeah, it was definitely a slash. We're getting confirmation from our friend on our bench here, one of the refereeing adjudicators. He completely agreed. Great call. There's another great face-off from Spain. Got a whistle out. And they're sliding all over the shot. Ball's going to Scotland. I think the wing player on the far side may have gone early. And now Uncle Dan, who's not got a spot of dirt on him as of yet. He's got a goal on the score sheet for his birthday. He kicks it across. Tom Gilbrook. We'll just look to run down Dougie Tunian's penalty here. Tom Gilbrook, obviously a very good goal earlier on. Nice individual effort with a big split dodge. He kicks it across to Hillcroft teammate Jack Crawley. It's interesting to know, should Scotland win today, they'll have a match-up against fellow home international team Wales. And between Scotland and Wales, I believe there are 11 Hillcroft Lacrosse Club players on those two teams. So that'll be a very interesting match-up. For sure, they know each other very well. As one of those players, Tom Gilbrook, comes down now. Big split dodge over the top. Gets his hands free. Penalty is released, and that man coming on, Ethan Swenson, is the one to release it. Just swinging it through. Great catch there from Matt Raworth. He skips it up to Jack Crawley. He rolls back. He skips it across again. Tom Gilbrook, they're being very patient with this now, Scotland. The Spain defence very compact, they're rotating well, making it hard for them to get those looks on the backside that they are looking for. Communication from Scotland as Dan McQueen goes to work. He kicks it in. And Eli Cross gets his second of the day. Nice little ISO play from Dan McQuaid, draws a slide, and Eli Cross just cuts through the midfield.
Excellent, excellent cut, and really good feed inside to get the one-on-one on the goalie. Also see number 3 Suarez, who was out earlier a little bit with a shoulder injury. I also still see him in pain, in agony. Yeah. So that might also be the reason why the player was so open on the crease.
Potentially, it's not good to see. Hopefully, it's nothing too bad. It's good that he's still out there, but don't want to, you know, in tournaments like this, you don't want to push it too hard, do longer-term damage. But Scotland with another face-off, win under their belt as Morgan Brown comes on the field. I imagine his socks aren't going to be that white come the end of the game. Gets it back now. Nice little pass down to Uncle Dan McQuaid. He's feeling hot. Birthday boy going for the dodge. Chris McKinnon now gets his hands free, pulls it, just goes wide. And
it's a good take, but the backup is for Spain here.
Yeah, it was a big dive there from the goalkeeper Diaz, and wins his team the ball back. It's been an exciting first half. 7-4 the score if you're just joining in. Let's push it now. Just being patient. There's Matteo Napolitano.
Oh.
As mentioned, high school kid. He gets pushed out of bounds, and Uncle Dan McQuaid, great ride. He gets it back in.
Yeah, he got a little dirt on his shorts there because of that great ride, actually. Certainly. It's not as wide as at the beginning of this quarter.
Certainly. It's interesting. In a game earlier on, I had a conversation with one of the other commentators, Ralph, about how exciting it is to see young talents like Matteo Napolitano be able to compete at this level. He's been very physical today. He's took a lot of hits. He's a player who can beat you for speed, but he can also take that contact there. And obviously, he's got his goal today. He's influential for this Spanish team, and so many more players that are young and really lighted it up this tournament, which is fantastic, and it's a good sign for the growth of the game in Europe and where things are going. As the ball comes up to another young talent, Chris McKinnon, he kicks it across to an old talent, Tiny Hands Tom Gilbrook. A lot of experience in this Scotland side, and he kicks it. Dan McQuaid on the turn. Goes out the back line there for Eli Cross to back up. They are spreading this defence wide. You see how high Christian McKinnon is here. They just want that space to open up. As the game continues, it's going to be hard to run through that crease. So if you can open it up for people to actually run into, the slide's going to come slower. It's going to be harder to defend in there, that's for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a team go to a sort of zone-like defence to try and counter that as the game goes on. But right now, Spain are playing man-on-man and very patient. Nice little flick there from Christian McKinnon, but quite go. But yeah, Spanish player just tried to keep it in, I think. That was Napolitano.
Almost ended up with an assist to the Scottish offense there.
Yeah, apologies if the ball does go in this back left corner. There is a bit of a blind spot due to the number of fans on the side of the pitch, but we'll do our best. Spinning nicely here from Scotland, Matt Raworth. Up to Crawley, up to McKinnon. He looked to dodge now on Borja Marzo. That is number 13. Goes by Borhun. Good footwork from Borhun. But Chris McKinnon gets his hands free off the pipe. And Borhun hustling for that one. Going to stay in. McKinnon gooses it to his teammate, Jack Crawley. Great hustle from him.
Oh.
And it's tipped, I think. It wasn't tipped.
Wow.
If I'm mistaken. Ball goes to Spain now.
Yeah, ball goes to Spain. It was almost a very good opportunity. for Scotland there.
Certainly was, and it's Napolitano looking to clear it now.
Yeah, and just like you said, you know, he's not shying away from any contact, but just as we said, it's a turnover.
Yeah, there was interesting. There's a player leaning into a pick there for that was number 50, James Bell, but the refs obviously didn't think there was anything in it. Tom Gilbrook with the shot. Now Matt Raworth, who was on the receiving end of that pick, gets the opportunity to bring it in. With 50 seconds left in this first half, they'll hope to extend their lead against Scotland. I think the last 5 minutes or so, the ball has been up this end. Scotland with a really good ride. Spain, although they've got the talents up, well, I'd say they've got talents in both ends. Doing very well defensively today, but they've not been able to get the talents to their offensive players the last few minutes.
No. So it does feel like a very lopsided first half. Here with another opportunity for Scotland.
That's Matt Raworth, gets his shot off. That's number 50, James Bell. Goes by Jamito, I believe. He plays his lacrosse at Loughborough University, as do a few of these Scotland boys, have done. It's a school in the UK that's renowned for sports excellence. University, there's a Dutch player that plays there, I believe, Hayden Kreitz.
Yep.
Along with a number of other players across the tournament. I know a couple of the England players have played there, and
actually Hayden Kreitz, like you said, plays there and actually missed his graduation today to be here, to be part of the Dutch national team, and quite a sacrifice he's making there.
Certainly, and he's had a fantastic tournament, so I'm sure his family won't be too mad about that one. And get a photo of him in his Netherlands t-shirt, his Netherlands top instead of his graduation
gown. Yeah.
But that is half time. I wasn't sure because on our clock it seemed like there was a little bit of time left, but we're at half time. 7 for the tour to Scotland. We will take a short break and we will catch you in about 9 minutes or so.
Commercial break. We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really, really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick. Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
Okay, we are starting back slightly early here on field 3 as the weather is turning bad. Both coaches wanted to just cut it short so the players don't have to stand in the rain and hopefully limits the damage on the field. As Scotland starting to man up, they kick it through to Christian McKinnon. Nice little check there from the Spanish defender. And they'll just retain the ball with Eli Cross. Gets it up now. Yeah, penalty was released. So we are all even on the field as Tom Gilbrook just waving away his teammate as he looks to initiate here. Still Tom Gilbrook. And we've got a moving pick from Jack Crawley behind there. So Spain, the opportunity to clear. We mentioned it, they've not really touched the ball for the last few minutes or so in their attacking half.
No, exactly. So I really felt, or I think we all felt, the first half was very lopsided, very much Scotland in offense. And although they didn't have the ball that much in the offensive half, Spain scored 4 goals. So that's a very good conversion rate on their offensive possessions.
Certainly, and that was Fernando Gallinas, or Gallo, as he goes by, clearing that ball, and I think we've got an offside for Scotland. The flag's on the field. Spain will look to use this now. Kick it up top. Now they'll have to keep it in the box, if they don't want the flag to be whistled. Nice little move there from Fernando Martinez, who has a couple today. He kicks it out. Steve Shaw with a big save from the shot. And that was number 31, Ismail Romero, with a big shot there. Got the offside call. It's just a technical call, 30-second penalty. Spain will get the opportunity to start getting their man up going. Hopefully claw back. We did mention, we thought Scotland had a lot more possession in that first half, but they only lead by 3. It's a sign of how talented this Spain offence is, and they can create stuff with very little. They get it moving nicely. Goes back now. Down this side, kicking it through. But now Griffin Guren with it. Kicks it up top. Block shot. He's hit his own teammate in there. He's in pain. That was number 22, Antonio Marquez, taking that shot. And Scott Wallace, fantastic work, and that speed and athleticism to get it up. He kicks it back to Drew Lindsay. Gets it out. Matt Raworth with the bouncer. We've got in the crease from Dan McQuaid. Just putting a dampener on his birthday a little bit.
It was an excellent save there by Paul Dia. He was falling down and still managed to get on the shot.
Actually, the pass just goes wayward. Matt Raworth gets another opportunity. He gets his hands free. Just goes wide. He's used to playing in this sort of.
Yeah, it's actually another great save by Paul Dia, just falling down. It looks like it's his way to go. Just falling down and trying to save it.
I'm not sure if he's meant to do it or if it's the ground, but either way, it's working for him. He's been fantastic in this game so far, Paul Diaz. McKinnon now across to Morgan Brown, down the side to their opening goal scorer, Ethan Swenson. Through Lacrosse, Matt Raworth. He gets it up top to McKinnon. Across there, Morgan Brown. Swenson. Ethan Swenson now. He gets his hands free. You need to look at the scout report on this lad, Ethan Swenson. He may have no socks on, but he certainly has quick feet. He likes to drive down the alley, get his hands free and just pull it bottom corner. I've seen him do it so many times in this tournament. He gets another one. That's his second goal of the day for Scotland.
Yeah, very good individual performance there. He did the same thing twice yesterday in the Netherlands game, and really gets to that center of the field, and no problem for him finishing up close there.
Here's Jeffrey Duncan just fighting for that ball for Scotland. He keeps driving. Jeffrey Duncan now. Big pick up. He got a big goal yesterday. Veteran of the Scotland team. It's going to be his 50th cap tomorrow. He'll hope that's against Wales. But we'll see what happens in this matchup. Eli Cross now driving across. Jack Crawley. Kicks it up top. Tiny hands Tom Gilbrook. Pass out, big shot. Matt Raworth with the back up there. Go again now, Matt Raworth. He's been very active in this game. Matt Raworth kicks it up. Jack Crawley. Big finish there from number 29, Jack Crawley. Gets his hands free and just pulls that shot. We've just had a player, I think, slip over the back of the net.
Yeah, it's Jackson Suarez again. And we've seen him earlier having some problems with his shoulder. And now again, I think, he slipped on the backside of the net. Of course, it's very slippery all over the field, but especially that area. It's not only slippery, but you also have that net where you have to be careful for. And I hope he's going to be fine, but I hope he didn't fall on his shoulder again. That would really be awful for his
looks
game.
Like
and
his day may be done, which is really unfortunate. I think he's been a really solid option at the back for them so far this tournament, and today again he's been another unit for them. Obviously we saw him with that big hit which got him the niggle on the shoulder. I hope it's nothing too serious for him. Go back for the face-off here. It's Aidan Smith coming out for this one. We were speaking about Loughborough University before. He's one that's come from a sporting background in rugby, picked up lacrosse at university and really found a passion. It's his second outing for Scotland, having played in San Diego as well. And a great fight on the face-off.
By Luis Koderka.
And it's a free ball. It's scrappy in there. As Drew Lindsay goes for it, but a great check. And it's a great pick-up. And it's come from the hustle on the ground ball. That's Luis Naranjo with that fantastic goal for Spain. It's not the prettiest in terms of how they created it, but in terms of the importance for them getting back in this game, ending at a 2-goal run for Scotland, but more importantly, that hustle he showed on the ground ball. It's certainly a big moment that could change the momentum of this fixture.
Yeah, it definitely gets fans of Spain excited on the right of us.
But Jeffrey Duncan with another big face-off there. Great hustle from the Spanish midfielders. They get it back. It's back in. Stick of the keeper. He kicks it back out. Inside there.
96, that's Miguel Fernandez.
Big cheers from the Spanish support. It's down with the previous goaler, Luna. He goes by Luis Naranjo. Across the top here, number 31, Ismael Ramiro plays his lacrosse out of Madrid. On the line now, Griffin Gurin, the ball. Also a Madrid teammate. He's been a key instigator for them all throughout this tournament, and he's been sharp again today. As is this lad. Looks to engage again. Gordon gets it up top. Just really trying to use this possession here, Spain. Spreading things out, there's a lot of movement. They keep jumping between 2 inside and 1 inside, making the Scottish defence work. Nice little drive over to, that's fantastic little step back. It's great work, and it goes up yet again to Matteo. He'll pull it out and just look to engage on Chris Willocks. Kicks it out. That's unfortunate from Luis Naranjo. It's well worked from Spain, but they back it up, get the opportunity to go again.
Felt a little bit like a rush shot there from Luna, but
yeah,
it did have.
Oh, that one was not a rush shot. Fernando Martinez, he's had a couple of big goals today. All of a sudden, 9-7 in this fixture. Fantastic goal. Came off a very patient offence. They had a couple of big looks. As soon as they backed up that shot, they moved it quickly up top. And a fantastic finish from Fernando Martinez.
Yeah, quality finish, and it's, I think, 2 goals in a row for Spain here. And certainly gets the hopes up for the Spanish fans here at the field.
Certainly, but when you've got this lad on the face, Reece Jeffrey Duncan, fantastic again today. I think the colour of his shorts show it. He's been scrapping in there, and some beautiful rendition of Loch Lomond by the fans to our left here. They'll try and motivate their side to get things back as Morgan Brown just passes it up to Christian McKinnon. Down to Dan McQuaid. Back up to McKinnon. Morgan Brown now looking to initiate. He gets his hands free.
Oh,
it's a great shot, but a fantastic save yet again from Paul Diaz. They move it quickly here, Spain. It's Daryl Hunter carrying it across. Morgan Brown just hustling back, and Hunter with a calm and collected pass back up top.
yeah, Hunter there has a lot of tape on the back of his legs. Almost looks like 2 artificial hamstrings there.
Good fight from Spain. It's come up there from John Bota. He's been quite quiet today. He's a player who I pointed out in the first Spain game as a point of interest. Lefty, he's quick, gets his hands free a lot. I'd imagine going into the end of this 3rd quarter and into that 4th quarter, he'll be instrumental for them. We do have a timeout though for Spain. If you're the Spanish coach, what are you saying to try and get them going? Obviously 9-6 on the scoreboard, 3-goal game.
Yeah, all the Spanish goals came from hustle. So I think as a Spanish coach, we're going to emphasize on that, saying, hey, this game's not over yet. We're only in the 3rd quarter. We got 4.5 minutes to play, and then another 4th quarter, of course. So all these previous goals from Spain come just from some straight hustling. You know, it's a dogfight now with these field conditions. And if you're the Spanish coach, just emphasize that and emphasize on the hustle because, yeah, like we said before, Spain doesn't have a lot of offense. And if they have offense, they can convert it to goals pretty fast. So that's all to play for the Spanish team. And they do a very, very good job in converting those possessions into goals. Quality shots, they have time, they have room, but also some great individual dodges. So I think out of the next timeout, we're going to see the ball in the stick of probably, I think it's number 5, Napolitano, or Gurin, number 21. I think those guys today are the key players for Spain.
Certainly.
They're doing a great job.
Certainly. And just trying to see, I think it is Griffin Gurin who gets given that ball. For anyone interested, the other games going on, a very close game that you can catch up on Lax TV on YouTube between Germany and Czech Republic on Field 1, and currently Field 2 we've got our first semi-final match-up between Ireland and Italy. That is 5 apiece at half-time as Ishmael kicks it down there. Just drive over the top there from Fernando Martinez. He finds Napolitano, kicks it down. Nice little drive there from John Bota. He kicks it up. It's Ishmael Romero now, kicking it up top again to Napolitano. He's getting marked by Drew Lindsay, plays his lacrosse at St John's University. And Napolitano there with a big lefty effort, can't quite get it to go. And John Bota driving up, kicking it up top now, swinging it through. Griffin Gurin looks to engage. Get marked by Ben Matthews, kicks it up top to Ishmael Romero. Romero, nice drive, gets his hands. I was about to say gets his hands free, but the nice slide from Dougie Toonian there makes it more difficult for him. I've got Napolitano driving from behind. He knows how bogged up that area is, and they try and use it. We've got a flag. I think that's a bit harsh. Looked from here like a push in his arm, but I think given the he's been given a slash. I definitely did not see a slash there, but. He's got a better angle than I do.
Yeah, I couldn't see it either, but maybe we missed, this time we missed something. This also could also be the case, of course.
Of course. Officials have done a great job managing this game. On a boggy pitch today, Ishmael kicks it down to Napolitano. What's up to Ishmael? Get it down, John Bota. Big shot, a big stop from Steve Shaw. He tries to clear the mud from his stick. Griffin Gurin pushes out on him.
Yeah.
As a result, the pass comes out low, but Dougie Toonian dealing with it, standing on the one bit of grass that we can see. That's what it feels like. Steve Shaw kicks it upfield now. That's Tom Gilbrook clearing it. He had a big moment in San Diego. Tom Gilbrook scored an overtime winner for Scotland against the French. He got coined the nickname the Pride of Glasgow there after that big goal. We all know his new nickname though, Tiny Hands Tom. He moves it on, evading that double team through X to Matt Raworth. His second outing for Scotland. There he is, birthday boy Dan McQuaid. He's got the shorty match up and he might like it. James Bell, defender, he's been very physical so far this game. Penalty is released, and I imagine Dan McQuaid's going to like this match up, even at his big age of 35. He's got some speed in his little legs. Kick it up now, Ethan Swenson. Across to Jack Crawley. On the side. Back to Jack Crawley now. Crawley already had one today. Through to Matt Raworth, he skips it all the way through. Dan McQuaid gets his hands free. Happy birthday, Dan McQuaid. Fantastic little finish from him into that top corner. I was talking to the Scotland boys before this game. apparently they got the chance to go to a Subway for lunch, for a little birthday lunch, as I say, all with party hats and balloons. What I got told about Dan McQuaid, apparently he took his own sauce to the Subway and opted to put that on himself, which rogue choice, but hey, it's his big birthday and he scored his second goal of the day. He's been active as ever.
Was a really quality finish, and it almost looked like a copy of his first goal, where he had a nice little face dodge and one-on-one on the keeper.
Certainly. It comes back out to him here. Great win yet again from Rhys Jeffrey Duncan on the face-off. We've got 20 seconds left in this quarter. Dan McQuaid looking to push the tempo now, making substitutes, but he'll kick it through to Lacrosse. That runs out of bounds. Exactly 10 seconds on our clock. And they kick it down, bounces badly, and it goes out of bounds. 4.59 seconds. Tom Gilbrook's pass intercepted. It's picked up, and that's all she wrote. It's a back and forth quarter there. Some big goals for both sides. We saw a nice little man upset for the Spanish. The clearing, I think, a little bit better for them this half.
Definitely, I think, I've said it all game, but I feel like Scotland has way more possession. They have way more possession also out of the draws, and they're doing way better riding, clearing.
Certainly.
Almost everything a little bit higher percentage than Spain. But Spain just still is in this game with some great saves from Paul Dia, just falling down, but still getting that save, and also some great conversions on the possession Spain has, so it's all to play for here.
We've got a member of the ground team here walking through that quagmire in front of the crease to try and repaint the lines. He's opted to come out in trainers, which is an interesting choice as he almost falls over.
Yeah, it's a dirty job, but somebody has to do it, especially if you go back with those dirty feet.
Certainly. I think Scotland have come out with a chip on the shoulder and a point to prove. They've been aggressive when they've had the ball. Some great looks, I think, as you say, Paul Diaz with some big saves. But that being said, Spain, when they've had it, have looked sharp. The threats from Matteo Napolitano, Ishmael Romero, Fernando Martinez, who's had a couple of goals, along with some big defensive efforts down the other end, has made this game very interesting. Score is 10-6 going into this final quarter. Both teams looking to continue on from their success in the last quarter.
And as you might be able to hear, the Spanish fans are not giving up yet. They still believe in a positive outcome for their team.
Just waiting for the ground crew to finish his job before we get going here. And he is done. So we'll get back to the face-off X here. Scotland, I think, better in the face-off percentage so far. And they win another one through Jeffrey Duncan, kicks it out to Dan McQuaid. He looks for the court to Jeffrey Duncan. Oh no, sorry, it was Eli Cross on the back stick. Just out of bounds, and get it an opportunity to get it up the field now. Darryl Hunter just going back to his keeper. I think they'll just take the time with it, make sure they get his first proper attack in this quarter. Got a nice ride from Scotland there, covering men well. Say that as one gets open, that's Hunter down that far side. Get it behind, and they'll set things up now with John Bota.
Yeah, like you said, he's been quiet. He's been one of their key players throughout this tournament, but very quiet today. Might have been the field conditions or just really good guarding from Scottish defense.
I think he's one of those players that can occupy well. He can play really anywhere across that attacking line and kick it up well, but it's just low there. It's a cheap turnover, and Eli Cross looking to get things going. Does so now. Just set it up, ball out to Jack Crawley. Morgan Brown about to get back on the field. Set up now, Scotland. Through to Matt Raworth. Raworth still yet to get on the score sheet today, but he's been very active. He's hustled hard and he's been instrumental in the Scotland offence. Jack Crawley now getting played very high there from Carlos Garcia, and he beats him over the top, gets his hands free.
It's an early slide there.
He skips it to Matt Raworth. Finds Morgan Brown.
Great save.
Yeah, it just says thank you very much. Sends it the other way. There is Napolitano. Danger man for this Spanish offence. Get marked by Jack Crawley. Sure he'll fancy this short. He might show up as Crawley's caught sleeping, but he pulls it back out.
Almost surprised him there. Nice little cheeky move there.
Ball almost not making it all the way across because of the rain. Or should I say because of the mud on the field. 12 minutes to go in this final quarter here. Yet to be a goal since the quarter time. Try and change it here with Ismail Romero. He dodges on Tom Gilbrook. Could have got a push then, but didn't. Skip it through now. Big shout out to the Spanish spectator that's asked the enthusiastic spectators that were closest to the line to step back a little bit. Morgan Brown with a great ground ball. Trying to evade the pressure, but and that's going to be a loose ball push. It was great fight there from Antonio Marquez to get back and make Morgan drop it, but he just pushed him in the back there. Jack Crawley will try and push the tempo.
Wow, that's an excellent tic-tac-toe there from Scotland.
Yeah, see what it means to Matt Raworth. He gets his first goal of the day and he gets that assist from his roommate for this tour, Dan McQuaid. Good friendship across this Scotland team. As I'm sure there is most other teams in the tournament, but you can see what it means to him there. Dan McQuaid was eyeing up the shot, saw Matt Raworth on the doorstep, and you see what it means for those two. Good fight from Rhys Jeffrey Duncan yet again. Great ground ball. He kicks it up now to Callum Barrett, who's already on the score sheet today. Doesn't fancy another one. Here he is, Uncle Dan, birthday boy. He's on a hat trick. Can he get it here? He engages. Just turns over. And he'll move it on now to Ethan Swenson. Oh, he's kept it. I'll say that quiet in case they didn't notice. Now he gives it to Ethan Swenson.
Tried a little hidden ball trick there, but
it's interesting. I think in the first half we saw that Spanish defence quite compact, played him well, did a good job. Pushing out a little bit more now. I think that's to combat that bog that's in the crease, try and stop the Scotland players getting going. But he gets going there, Ethan Swenson. It's a nice slide, but he gets his hands free. And he gets another one. Ethan Swenson with a fantastic goal. The Scotland fans are loving it. You know, his family are in attendance at this event. He was born in Scotland, moved as a young child out to Arizona, now plays youth lacrosse at Babson as a defensive midfielder, would you believe?
Wow, no, that was an excellent offensive performance by him. You know, he saw the mud coming up. It's kind of a heroic shot. I hope someone, you know, caught it on tape because he definitely wants to see that back.
Certainly. Coach, if you're watching, put our boy in attack. That's what we say. To the Babson coach, of course. Rhys Jeffrey Duncan. Reece Jeffrey Duncan, of course, turns 40 this coming Sunday. You wouldn't have guessed it based on how well he's done. In the last couple games, but particularly today. It's Dan McQuaid. Brings it in. Swing it through now. Matt Raworth, he's got one today, he'll want another one. He swings it through. Lacrosse. To Morgan Brown. Now Tom Gilbrook. Of course, anyone just tuning in, he's changed numbers today. Usually number 6. Now repping number 71. It's weird to have your age on your shirt, but I guess he does today. Morgan Brown, down the alley. Good defence there. That was Fernando Gallinas there with a great check, and all of a sudden Bell comes up with it, gets it back, soaks in that pressure from Ben Matthews. Bell doing really well to evade it. He'll kick it down now, and Spain look to try and get one back now.
Yeah, Campbell Bell had a lot of pressure there from the defender, but managed to hold on to it. It was pretty good from him.
That's a good save. I'm not sure if it was Steve Shaw or Dougie Toonian with the stop there. I'm going to say it's Steve Shaw and hope it gets put on the stat sheet. That one was Steve Shaw. Dougie Toonian comes away with that one. He's driving, seeing his fellow teammate Callum Barrett scoring earlier, decides not to go for the pole goal himself. And they pull it out. Slow it down yet again, the ball with Tom Gilbrook. Run off the pierogi, the shout from the Scotland sideline. Didn't realise Subway sold pierogi, but
I guess they do here in Poland.
Maybe they had it for dinner last night, you never know. I suppose Chris McKinnon now. He's been quite quiet today, considering how sharp he's been all tournament. He's been an impactful player for Scotland, of course. 18 years old. He got an assist on that first goal. I think he got another assist later on. And now he gets his own goal. Fantastic move. The defence just struggling to get to him with that bog in the midfield. I think Scotland playing it really well, dropping other players low and forcing defenders just be stood in that bog.
Yeah, and I think the slide is also pretty hard with all that mud, of course. And if you're already a little bit slower sliding, it even makes it worse in these conditions. And now Scotland really running away a little bit, 13-6. And as we said before, I think it's the start of the fourth quarter. You know, there was still something possible for Spain, but I have to say, I think with that goal, it really sealed the deal for Scotland.
Who else? Reece Jeffrey Duncan with a great work, but Lacrosse pushing it, pushes it again. It's fantastic work there from the pole.
Oh, that's a great interception. Yes.
Just
such a heads-up play there.
Certainly was. I'm just trying to find out which pole that was for you to give them the credit. Didn't actually see the number. 37. Trying to see him to number 30 that was with the great work up the field. Daryl Hunter, he's been fantastic today. Dan McQuaid telling the sideline it's his birthday. He's still not got that hat-trick though. If he's expecting a card, he's not getting it from me. Get a look at this extra man offence for Scotland. I mean for Spain, sorry. Scotland penalty, they're kicking it through well, it's great movement. Kick it down, Napolitano, he kicks it back up to Ismael Romero, moves it across the top. Back now, Fernando Martinez. They get it down, Napolitano just freezing his defender, he kicks it back across. Down, Griffin Gurin, up to John Bota. Across now to Ismael Romero, down the side, Napolitano. Trying to get things moving, really compact Scotland defence here, making it hard. I say that as the shot's off. It was a nice little move, number 22, Antonio Marquez with that final shot. But it's just wide of the mark. 4 minutes left. The penalty is released. We are all even.
Yeah, Scotland here with no rush at all. Of course, they're really cruising here now till the end, and especially in these conditions, you have nothing left to prove. So you don't want to have any injuries, you don't want to pull any muscles, especially with these field conditions. So I think they're just going to cruise it. No rush with the clear, and yeah, I can't blame them.
Yeah, of course. Kick it inside now. Tom Gilbrook swings it down now to Jack Crawley. Gets it through X. That's a birthday boy, Dan McQuaid. Up to Ethan Swenson. Gets it across now. Tom Gilbrook. Big split dodge over the top. He kicks it down. Great movement through. Matt Rowley looks inside, decides to pull it back out to Jack Crawley. Up to Ethan Swenson. He goes over the top, gets his hands free, kicks it down. Eli Cross can't get it to go, and the ball goes the other way with 2:52 left on the clock. A nice little move again from Scotland. I think Eli just lost his foot in there.
Yeah, it looked like he was on skates.
Interestingly enough, as I said, should the game end as it is, Scotland will be facing Wales tomorrow in the
13th place.
13th place playoff. And great finish there. Griffin Gurin, a big finish. Of course, 2 minutes on the clock. It's 13-7. There still is potential for Spain to get back into this one. They've looked sharp. Steve Shaw's made some big stops in goal for Scotland. But of course, anything's possible in lacrosse.
Yeah, so earlier in this game we said the winner goes through to the 13th place or 11th place game. So we have to correct that. It's a 13th place game here to play for tomorrow. That's going to be here in Wrocław.
Yeah, and the Scotland and Wales team obviously both bit disappointed that they didn't qualify for the World Championships in Japan. Aidan Smith just dropping his shoulder. Unfortunate, loses the ball there. Yeah, they'll both be disappointed, but it'll be a big final matchup for both those teams. A lot of players familiar with each other and having played each other at the home internationals earlier this year. It'll be good to see how the squads have changed a little bit and how the matchups line up there. Fantastic work from Matt Rowley to keep it in. We have got 1:39 left to play, Scotland timeout, as the rain continues to pour down here in Wrocław.
So the loser of this game plays for 15th place against Poland tomorrow at 2. And the winner plays Wales at 2:50 for the 13th place. And I'm really curious how these fields are going to hold up through the night. Tomorrow we have the same venue, of course. So with these conditions, I'm really curious what's it going to bring tomorrow.
Certainly, it's a little bit wet out there. On the field to our left, we've got, just trying to see the latest score. So it's 7-5 to Italy, I believe, in that semi-final. They are at the 4th quarter. It's definitely worth tuning into that once this game finishes, and of course catch the highlight show tonight to see all of the best goals and to hear how the day unfolded here in Wrocław. Third to last day, of course, 9 games to bring you tomorrow, and then 3 of the most important games on Saturday with the 21st, 22nd playoff, which Team 21 is the cut-off for the World Championships. The World Championships B in a venue yet to be decided in 2027. And then great work, fantastic work from Eli Cross. There's me talking about the schedule. Scotland pushed it well. It was Dan McQuaid yet again driving from behind, kicks it up to his attacking teammate Eli Cross, puts it in the back of the net. But as I say, the also games coming on Saturday, you've got the 8th and 7th playoff, which is a match-up between
France and Germany, I think. No, sorry.
France and whoever loses the Italy-Ireland game. No, that's not right. I don't know, I'm rubbish at this. Let me check. France.
It is going to be
France and Germany.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. You are better right than me, then, Ingmar. But that's a big match-up, and then you'll have the winners of both of our semi-finals. Great finish there. Fantastic pole goal. Huge. Fernando Gallinas with a big goal for his side.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh no, apologies.
Yeah.
Apologies, that was 96. We couldn't read his number.
All the
Miguel
going on
Fernandez with a big goal on the just as we entered the last minute. (14-8) the score. They're just moving where the ball is here. Get another face off there. Reece Jeffrey Duncan scrapping for that one. We get it up. Joe Kerrison can't get that one to go. It's a good check, but Jack Crawley on the ball. 30 seconds left. Try and get things going. The screen from Chris Willocks there. Don't really need to push it here, Scotland. It's been a fantastic performance for this Scotland side. I think a lot of positives from Spain as well. There's been some creative attacks. When they've had the ball, they've done a lot with it. Defensively, they've been compact, they've been solid. Another fantastic performance from Diaz in goal. But Scotland winning that battle at the X, and as a result, coming out deserved winners here. And that is full time. Great result. Scotland get the opportunity for a big match-up, big rivalry against Wales tomorrow, who came off an emphatic win themselves earlier. Spain, unfortunate, but a lot of positives to take into their match-up against home nation Poland. Definitely worth tuning in. Stick around, we're going to have an interview with a couple of the players who performed particularly well today. And after that, of course, tune in for the semi-final match-ups between Ireland and Italy, and later on, England versus Israel. I've been Fraser Hunter.
My name is Ingmar Klimbelning.
Thank you very much for joining in. We'll see you very soon.
I'm joined here on the sidelines with Fernando Martinez of Spain as they fall short to Scotland. Fernando, obviously we could tell pretty rough, muddy conditions today. How difficult is it to adjust to these today?
It was tough. I think they probably enjoyed it more than we did, but it was fun, frustrating also. But at the end of the day, it's the same conditions for them, for us, so we all had to adjust.
We've seen a lot of growth from Spain as a team, but a lot from individual players. What do you think the biggest takeaway has been that you've grown from game one to now?
Well, I think for us, it's tough to get together, and you know, there's some teams here, some great teams that you can tell they have chemistry from playing together. I think the biggest takeaway is, you know, if we can continue to develop our players and continue to develop a system, continue to play together, that will make us not just great individuals, but hopefully grow into a good team and a strong team.
I'm sure you got someone back home watching. Got any words for them in Spanish?
Yeah, I mean, gracias a pues, mi padre, mi familia, Moni, everyone, Boski especialmente. So yeah, thank you everyone who's supporting us here and at home.
One more time, Fernando Martinez of Spain here at the 2025 European Men's Lacrosse Championships.
Thank you.
I'm here with number 33, Daniel McQuaid. Scotland after winning 14-8 versus Spain. You had 2 goals, 3 assists today. You're playing in mud. How does that affect your game?
On the bus ride over, I think we were all pretty pumped. This is Scottish weather. The Scotland team's been getting together once a month in Inverclyde in Largs, Scotland, and it pisses rain pretty consistently. So when we see rain, we get pretty excited. We're born in the mud and we play well in it, so we're excited to get out here and play.
And I heard that today's a special day. Today's your birthday, so happy birthday. So we're in Poland. What are the plans for tonight to celebrate you?
In classic lacrosse fashion, we'll be doing some film, but today the boys set up a little lunch for me. So they had the balloons and the hats, and they sang, and they made me a nice little card, so it's sentimental. So my number's 33, but I'm 35 today, so I'm the old dog on the team. So I got one more game in the uniform, so trying to pass on a little bit of birthday wisdom on the boys.
Is there any shout-outs you want to give? Anyone watching?
Yeah, my lovely wife Carolyn at home, my parents Joe and Diane in Vancouver. I got some family in Scotland watching, all my buddies back home, and my lovely puppy Ruby.
Awesome. As Daniel McQuaid, number 33 from Scotland, after defeating Spain today in the European Men's Lacrosse Championships in Wrocław.
Commercial break! We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really, really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick. Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.